Hello everyone, and welcome to ARK Survival Evolved. This is KPX Valkyrie, and this is going to be a little less structured than the rest of my Let's Plays. This is a game that I'm playing for fun, and I'm going to be playing it solo because I don't have any PC gamer friends who like dinosaur games, or friends who really have the time to invest in playing with me regularly for a series of Let's Plays. So this game is kind of my guilty pleasure. It's what I play right now when I just want to play something by myself to unwind and relax after a long day of work. These videos are going to be a lot less formal than my usual videos because, probably won't be timing. I probably won't be giving an intro and a ending every 20 to 30 minutes, things of that nature. So this is just going to be more laid back for me. I probably will still cut the videos down into 20 or 30 minute maximum length videos because I don't want you guys sitting here all day waiting for me, watching one of my videos for like 40 minutes to an hour if you don't want to. So anyways, another thing that I just want to say is that I have some of the settings changed for me personally. Like I did enable the crosshair option because I enjoy playing in third-person view most of the time. It is a little buggy, but I've never really enjoyed first-person games, so I'll be playing mostly in third-person until I've tamed some dinosaurs, and there will be a crosshair. Also, because I'm playing solo, I increased the taming speed because in the past when I was playing this, I spent like 3 hours taming a pteranodon by myself, and then I took it out to go gather some stuff to build my fort thing, and it died. And that was 3 hours worth of work, just totally lost. I don't even know what happened. Like, I was looking at this really beautiful stegosaurus up close, and all of a sudden he just started attacking it, and the steg killed him super easy. And it's just very frustrating when you invest that much work into something and you lose it in basically the blink of an eye. So I do have that setting turned up so that I can tame dinosaurs a little faster. I also turned off structure degradation, so anything I build is not going to be decaying over time and need to be repaired. So if any of that bugs you, like if you're looking for a hardcore single player, permadeath, this is not going to be one of those things. Like I said, this is what I'm going to be doing to relax and unwind. This is for me. But I wanted to share it with friends and hopefully viewers. So, just to give you a heads up in advance that coming into this, if you're looking for something really hardcore, this probably isn't going to be the video series for you. So right now the character create is pretty basic. The game is, at the time I'm playing it, still in alpha or beta, I'm not sure. It's one of those early access darlings on Steam regardless. So the character create is going to be pretty basic. I'm not going to change way too much. I'm just going to fiddle with the eye color and hair color here a little bit. Hopefully, supposing I can even see my character's eyes well enough to alter the color to a color that I like. When you click on it to try and move it, it's very extreme. Like, I'm just moving my mouse centimeters and it's just sending the character in the little preview box there flying. So it's kind of difficult to line this up and get a good idea of what I'm doing here. But when I have the opportunity to create my own characters, 9 times out of 10, I will probably give my characters green eyes. And depending on the game that I'm playing, a lot of my characters will have red hair because I love red hair, either brown or red, because I have like rusty brown hair in real life and green eyes, and my characters are meant to be an extension of me to a degree. So yeah, I think that's pretty well good for now. I'm not gonna fiddle with any of the other options really, because I don't want to make some kind of creepy character. Oh, that's a little better. It's a lighter shade of green. Not that it matters, we're not going to be seeing our character's eyes very much. Okay. I think for this, anybody watching my Always Sometimes Monsters playthrough, I used my initials for my character's name. For this, I'm gonna go ahead and go with an old MMO name that I used to use, and honestly, I think that's pretty well it. Don't think I need to change her skin color or anything. So, as I mentioned before, I've played this before. I deleted all of my old save files, so this should be completely fresh. No, wow, no structures built. Wow, this is terrible. Oh my gosh, I forgot I even... That's awesome. Just zoning right into Dilophosaurus. Oh man, the game didn't even have time to load. That's just too funny. And that's my luck, you know. Alright, so we're gonna respawn in a random location here. Alright, so this is Emery's, my survivor for ARK. For those of you who don't know, ARK is a survival game set on an island infested with dinosaurs. The survivors, which is the player character, have gems in their wrist, which is actually in your inventory here, called a specimen implant, and it tells you a little bit about your character when you hover your mouse over it. I don't know if dropping that has any impact at all on your game whatsoever, but anyway, there it is. So you play this human on this island. It's very mysterious. You have an implant in your wrist. There are floaty things in the sky here. There's that floating tower that seems to be alien in nature, and there's also those beams, which are supply crate drop beams. If you go to them, there are crates there. Different colored beams have different level crates. And like at this point I probably wouldn't even be able to open one if I got to it anyway, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. So the main reason that I'm starting over, besides losing my Pteranodon, which kind of upset me because the coloration was like perfect, and you know, just losing the 3 hours worth of work like less than 30 minutes after I tamed it was also very annoying. Now that I understand the engram system a little better, which is points that you get when you level up, you spend them on being able to make new tools and things. I feel like I spent some on some redundant stuff, especially as a solo survivor, like buying the well, I forget what it's called. Thatch? Yeah, thatch. Buying the thatch. Oh yeah, see, they're not even unlocked. But buying the thatch housing stuff when I should have probably just saved for wood. I mean, I did build a little thatch camp and then later moved like halfway across the island and rebuilt a camp out of wood. So, you know, I would just rather have those engram points to spend on things that I'm going to be using for longer term. So, you know, I just don't really want to waste points on things that I'm not going to use. Like, once you learn wood, there's no point to build thatch stuff anymore. So I just felt like starting over, getting something fresh would be better. this way. So what I'm doing right now, I'm grabbing stones and berries, fiber, stuff like that, stuff to make some very basic tools and so on. Berries are food, obviously, that you use both to keep yourself alive and also to tame dinosaurs. And hopefully, with the setting turned up on the taming dinosaur speed, it won't take as long for me to tame dinosaurs, and that way, you know, since I'm solo, if a dinosaur that I tame dies, which is pretty much inevitable, at least that way. Oh wow, it was knocked out. Okay. So we're getting some raw meat, but yeah. If a tame dinosaur of mine dies, which is basically inevitable, you know, at least I won't be losing hours worth of work. Ideally, I'll just be losing like maybe 1 hour instead of 3. Yay, we leveled up by murdering these poor little dodos, and look at them out there jumping in the water trying to get away from me so I don't bludgeon them to death with my bare fists, which is actually hurting me as well as the dodos. Okay. So, this dodo would give me all of its hide and meat. Alright, so I leveled up. I get to spend points into stats. I can increase things like weight, the amount of food and water that I can hold, my oxygen for when I swim, my stamina for when I sprint or build stuff or whatever. When I'm fighting, you also need stamina to swing your weapons. When you're gathering, you need stamina to gather from a node. I tend to put my stats into, well, I kind of spread them out, so I'm not really good at games where you have to build your own stats and spec your own characters and things like that. That's not really my thing. For right now, I'll probably go health and then maybe that defense one, whatever it was called. Alright, so we are going to need tools so that we can gather weapons. Alright. Can't make any clothes yet, but at least I can make some tools to gather and defend myself a little bit better. Alright, so we need wood. We kind of washed up on a part of the island that doesn't have any trees directly nearby, but yeah, here we go. So to get wood, we have to punch trees, and I've been told that that is probably a reference to Minecraft. I have never played Minecraft. I know, that's probably like blowing some people's minds right now, but yeah, I don't... You know, I played Terraria, and I loved it. You know, it was such a cute game, but what I loved most about it was the exploration aspect. Like, building stuff in a 2D world didn't really resonate with me. You know, my mind just doesn't work in 2D. And it was awesome. You could build some great stuff. I mean, my boyfriend's game was seriously, like, really amazing, mind-blowing, these massive towers. And I've seen some people who've really built some incredible stuff in Terraria. Unfortunately, that's just not me. I loved the exploration aspect, the combat, the variety was fantastic, but building stuff in that game, I had no inspiration. Alright, my mouse tends to double click, so I'm gonna try and be careful and only craft one so I don't waste any materials. Alright, now I need flint, which I get by using this pick here on boulders. Which, of course, there are none around, and there's a Dilophosaurus over there, so I probably don't want to go that way. As you can see in that beam over there, that thing slowly lowering towards the ground is the supply crate, and once it hits the ground, it has a durability of 100, and then it will slowly go down until it's basically dead. And yes, your character does that quite a bit more than I would prefer, you know. Like, I'm fine with the dinosaurs doing it, whatever, but I really don't need to know that my character did it, or that my friends' characters did it, but whatever. Gonna check out the supply crate here, and maybe, just maybe, it'll be my level. I don't really remember what level which beam is what, so we're just gonna have to talk to it and find out here. But yeah, so as I was saying, you know, my mind doesn't really work in 2D, but when it comes to Minecraft, I just don't like blocky games like that. Yeah, you have to be level 15 to open. You know, it's very hard for me to play. Like, I can play the bit graphic games like, Always Sometimes Monsters, you know, and that's very cute, that's very stylized, and at least when you're talking to someone and you have the dialogue scenes and whatnot, you have nice character images and so on that you can see. You know, Minecraft just, I mean, not only is it like first person, which is also not my thing, I just don't care for the graphical style of it, and aesthetics is important to me. Like, I hate to admit it, but I'm the kind of person who will always choose appearance over practicality. Like, the only game where I really went with like the best gear to have the best stats and so on was Final Fantasy XI when I used to play that MMO, and that's because gonna try and drag and drop this where I want it. Let's see. That's because you know, it was important back when I played it in the early 2000s. Like, reputation and player skill was very important. And if you didn't have a good reputation, you wouldn't get parties, and if you weren't good at your job, you wouldn't get parties. So, you know, in that case, I kind of had to go with what was most useful to me versus what I liked the appearance of best. But generally, I liked mage gear in that game, and I was always a summoner. But anyway, yeah, aesthetics is important to me, and I just don't care for the aesthetic of Minecraft, and that's not to say that it's a bad game, or, you know, not trying to put down people who like it or love it. You know, that's great. It's just not really for me. ARK is definitely more my style and my speed. I love dinosaurs. I love dinosaur games. There just haven't been enough of them, and not enough that were done well. You know, I love Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, probably the best, hands down dinosaur game that I ever played, and I may do a Let's Play of it eventually. Oh my gosh, that waterfall is gorgeous over there. I've never been on this side of the island before. Oh yes, that's another thing I have here, the me marker. Yeah, you can see the section of the map that's uncovered on the eastern side. That's where I was, and I'm on the complete opposite side. That waterfall, though, is gorgeous. Just really breathtaking. I have all my settings for this game on high, so if it's not looking as good as some other people, I don't have everything turned up to epic. You know, I have a pretty decent computer. You know, pretty overall decent gaming rig, but I just don't want to tax my computer, especially for a game that's an alpha. I'm just gonna take it slow and try not to blow my computer up. Just gonna go easy with this game. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It has a few problems with like texture fade in at times and so on, but alright, so we're a little over halfway to level up, and we need stuff. Let's see, I need wood to make some spears. Alright, so let's get wood. Different tools grant you more of a certain material. Like, for example, if I need thatch, you can use your fist on trees to get thatch, but once you have a pickaxe, you don't want to do that anymore. If you need thatch, you should be using the pickaxe to get thatch. If you need wood, you should be using the axe to get wood. Likewise, if you need stone and you want to harvest it from boulders instead of picking it up off the ground the way I was doing earlier, you should, oh, that Pteranodon is gorgeous. You should be using the axe on boulders to get stone. If you use the pickaxe, you'll get flint, which is also important, but not so important at the beginning of the game. Like, once you have a handful of pieces, you're probably good here. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft as many of those as I can make, because they break very easily, especially depending on what you're fighting and where you're hitting it. I like to have 3 to 5 ready-made and good to go. And crafting stuff is going to level us very quickly, so that we can hopefully start making some clothes soon. Alright, so I guess we didn't quite level yet. Time to find some more dodos to kill. Or maybe a Dilophosaurus. No, not a Dilophosaurus. Maybe a Dilophosaurus once I have some clothes. Dilophosaur are actually pretty easy to kill. You can generally just punch them to death. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and gather berries and stuff to get this last level. But yeah, like, Dilophosaur is literally the easiest dinosaur to tame in the game. They tame pretty quickly. You can just punch them out. You don't even need the slingshot, which is ideally how you're going to be knocking out. To tame a dinosaur, you have to get it unconscious. And the slingshot is one of the best ways to do that. With the Dilophosaurus, you can just punch them in the face a few times and they usually go down. But you're going to want the clothing and the additional armor that it gives, and maybe even a few levels. To be quite honest, I don't really know how levels work in this game. I've read a lot of conflicting... There we go, there's our level up. So, I've read a lot of conflicting reports on that. Let's see, we should probably make a campfire. And then get some clothing, pants and a shirt. I'm gonna need more fiber to, see, let's go with pants first. Alright, so, anyway, with the Dilophosaurus, you can usually just punch it in the face a few times and it'll go down. I don't really understand how levels work. I have read some conflicting information on that. And it's just weird. Like, I could walk up as a fully clothed, like, level 3 survivor and punch a level 24 Dilophosaurus in the face a few times and it'll probably go down. It'll be that easy. But, you know, if I punched a level 2 Triceratops, it would probably own me extremely quickly. Levels in this game are odd, and even when it comes to taming and leveling up dinosaurs, I've heard some conflicting stuff. If anyone watching this knows for sure and could give me some information, I would appreciate it. But from what I've read on Steam forums and stuff is that more or less all wild dinosaurs have the same stats, but once you tame them, their base level influences what their max level can be. So like, if I tame a level 2 Dilophosaurus, apparently tamed dinosaurs can only earn like 30 levels, so its max level would be like 32 or something. I'm not entirely sure on the values because, like I said, I've read some conflicting stuff. Some people have said that you should always be taming the lowest level dinosaur of a species that you can find and leveling it up and so on, and other people have said, you know, tame the highest level that you can tame and then, you know, its max level will be higher than one that you catch at low level. And then I've seen people who are like, no, I caught a level 2 and I was able to level it up into the 40s, so you're wrong, it doesn't only gain 30 levels. I don't know. I haven't really done the research to see, because honestly, at the end of the day, I don't care. I'm gonna tame a dinosaur because I like its colors, or it's, you know, just something. I'm not gonna tame a dinosaur because it's the highest level with the highest stats and things like that. If they ever add some kind of breeding feature into the game, I will definitely, you know, then I would actually give a damn about dinosaur levels and stats depending on how it worked, because when I played Pokemon X and Y, I was very hardcore into the breeding and getting perfect IVs and things like that. But at this point, I don't really see it making too much of a difference. I haven't really explored the higher level areas of the island, so, you know, I don't know a whole lot. I'm still very much a noob. My last character was like level 28, and I deleted her, like I said, because I feel like I wasted some engram points on redundant stuff that, especially as a solo player, would have served me better being put into different stats. So, you know, this is kind of like my chance to do it right and do it better than last time. Alright, what level do I need to be? Ooh, I can open this one. Don't need wooden signs, there's not going to be anyone. Ooh, a bed already. Alright, storage boxes. These weigh a lot. I really don't like standing torches. They don't give a lot of light. Let's see, so I'm going to go ahead and take the bed. I could probably take these, put them out, and then destroy them for the materials, but I don't know, that's kind of, they probably won't give much, so I'm going to go ahead and leave those be. Of course, if I take them now, this bright light might go away, but whatever. I don't need to waste my torch here with this light. But, yeah, so I'm still very much a noob. Like I said, my character was in the very high 20s, almost level 30. I've never explored the higher level, but like, as you can see from my map, when I was playing before, I was mainly exploring the outer rim of the island, and it was my intention to explore all the way around the island, but things happened. I'm not really going to go into it. That just made me decide to turn around and go back to camp and prepare a little bit more. Some of you may be wondering why I'm not playing online. You know, even without my friends, I could play online. And, you know, I'm not really big into PvP. I hate people that like to grief people in PvP and things like that. You know, I prefer a fair fight. Unfortunately, most people don't. And they're just not gonna, you know, the hardcore PvPers are just not gonna make it easy for noobs. And I don't feel like spending hours taming a dinosaur to have it killed in seconds by, you know, a very high level PvP person and their dinosaur. So, you know, it kind of sucks being solo because it might take a little longer to do certain things, like build a camp and get it stocked and everything, but I don't want to be at the mercy of strangers. You know, whether they're helpful or whether they're going to be total pains in the rear, I just don't want to. Alright. So, let's see if we can make a campfire yet. Can we? No, not yet. Need more thatch and more wood. It actually doesn't take all that much wood to make a campfire. Alright, where is that hill that we were on earlier? The night in this game does tend to get very dark. And I really don't want to get attacked right now because I will lose all of my stuff and have to start over, which granted it's not a whole lot, but you know, if I can't get back to my corpse, I really don't want to have to worry about starting from complete scratch. Right, let's see. I think I did make pants at least, so I can put those on if I can find them. Yep. And I might have enough to make a shirt. Alright, cool. My mouse is being friendly. I've had a really big frustration with this in the past. I do have... Well, my weight's almost at max already. I do have, Gosh, I guess it wasn't that important. Totally went out of my mind there. Yeah, I got distracted by my weight, so... Oh well. Like I said, it must not have been important. Okay. Oh, here's another dodo we can kill. For those of you who might be joining me new, the heart icon that was by the dodo's name means that it is mate boosted, which means that its mate is somewhere around here, and we could probably find and murder it, but I don't know. I like dodos. They're cute, and I feel bad killing them, in all honesty, but it's my survival or it's their survival, and I gotta choose my character if I want to make progress, so later on, once I can farm berries efficiently, I can become a vegetarian. That was awesome, Dodo. Thank you. Alright. I should probably try to get some more hide so that I can make my hats and other clothing articles when I level up again, which is not too far now. There was a Dilophosaurus around here. Kind of hoping it's moved on. In the early part of the game, it seems like predators don't migrate all that much. They tend to stick to an area near where they're at, and that's just their place. Once you get to higher levels, you're going to see more predator diversity, and you're also going to see more migration. In my last game, I actually had 3 Tyrannosaur near my camp, and great, need more thatch. They never totally went to my camp. I don't know if there's you know, like if maybe there's an in-game AI thing that like they don't get too close to structures. Like even my first thatch hut that I built on my first playthrough, I never had any predators like right outside my door. So I had some Tyrannosaur that got really close. They never actually came to my camp, but they were literally like right around the corner and on the other side of a boulder. 2 of them were mated. One of them was just a wild wandering Tyrannosaur, and it was very unnerving. I never feel comfortable when I play this game. Like, I can never just fully relax and enjoy it. Isn't that beautiful over there? That silhouette there, the moon and setting into the water, and let's see, I think I remember the screenshot button. Cool. Maybe I'll use that for the cover of this. Anyway, so as I was saying, I never really feel comfortable when I play this game. You know, I'm always worried about coming face to face with a pack of Velociraptor or a Spinosaurus or something that I wouldn't be able to kill on my own. And that would really suck, especially if I have team dinosaurs with me, because, as I said before, I invested hours into taming each one. Like, most of them took 3 hours, and it was a total pain in the rear. Yeah, there's the Dilophosaurus. I don't know if you can see him, but he's moving there right in front of me. And I really don't want to aggro him yet. I need to get thatch to make a campfire. And then I need to place the campfire so that I can cook some of this meat before it all totally spoils on me. So, to get thatch, I'm going to use my pickaxe. Different tools do harvest different materials from corpses as well. I believe the pickaxe gives more meat, and the axe gives more hide and other materials like chitin. Stuff, I forget, materials that I never really got too much into using. So, let's see. Awesome, so that leveled us up again. I'm gonna go ahead and give myself more HP so that I can handle more. I never really used water skins. I'm sure that there are times when you'll need it, but I never used it, so I'm gonna wait on that, and I'm just gonna go with gloves, shoes, and hat for now. And I'm not even gonna learn any of this thatch stuff. Gonna wait a little while for that. I might go ahead and try to find a place to set up a nice little camp. Okay. Maybe out here on the beach where it's nice and clear and I can see what's going on. By the way, for those of you just starting out, I once attacked one of those turtles, Carbonemus I think they are, near my campfire while I had meat cooking on it, and it got stuck on the campfire and it destroyed it. It literally attacked it and broke it into little tiny pieces. So, never ever attack anything bigger than a Dilophosaurus or a Dodo near anything that you have built that you intend to last. Just do not do it. You might wind up getting it destroyed, and then you'll be very sorry. You'll have to start over again, and that always sucks. Alright. I'm not entirely sure we have enough wood to cook the meat. Actually, I could use the spark powder, which would probably be better, just for the time being. Okay. Alright, so, to cook the meat, you put the meat and your fuel, which can be thatch, wood, or spark powder, into the fire's inventory, and then you just wait, and it will cook. If you get spoiled meat, if you can save it, don't throw it out, because you'll be wanting a lot of this later on to make narcotic to tame dinosaurs with. So yeah, there's our first piece of meat already cooked. Food generally isn't too much of a problem until you start attacking dinosaurs, like especially bigger dinosaurs. Basically what happens is your food is used to restore your HP, and it restores it slowly over time. When you take damage, or when you lose HP because your character is too cold or too hot, the game will take from your food storage. You can see mine is at 56.6 of 100 now. And it will, thank you, Triceratops. It will use that food storage to restore your HP. Another extremely, extremely helpful tip. Never build anything near a Brontosaurus. Not only does your screen shake like that pretty much all the time, they can step on you and kill you. Alright, and yeah, it sucks. Anyways, you're going to want to save your spoiled meat, if possible. Save as much as you can. I think what I might do is just go ahead and put these crates and the bed down here, and just use this as my respawn point. I mean, this is kind of a nice place. There don't seem to be too many predators around, so, you know, I think I'm gonna, just to get started so that I can store stuff that I gather, so that I have a respawn point, among other things. Just okay. Trike, you're really making it hard for me to place these boxes. Another tip, it's a lot easier to place stuff in first person mode. For some reason, trying to place stuff in third person is jacked up. Like, you can't even play multiplayer in third person anyway, so you know. Oh, of course, the bed has to be placed on a floor. Alright, well then there's no reason for that to be in my inventory right now. Where is it? Alright, it's on my hotbar, okay. Well, that sucks. I may go ahead and learn how to make a thatch floor then, so that I can place that and just get started. Alright, I should, I probably rambled enough for one video, so I guess, I'll go ahead and say that, I'm going to go ahead and stop this one here for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to ARK or considering ARK, I hope that you have found this video helpful in your just getting started phase of the game. In the next video I'm going to do some hunting and maybe even tame a dinosaur. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again in my next ARK video.